So now that I'm married and I've moved in, there's a couple things that I can go ahead and do. And one of this is something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. But because of so many different transitions in my life, so many things that I've been going through in my life, I have not been able to do it. I have not been able to hang it up. Um, I finally have it. I brought it with me when I moved in. But let me go ahead and explain to you a little bit more and give you a little bit more detail. For a long time, I've been wanting to go ahead and hang up one of my pieces of what, one of my masterpieces, one of my paintings, and I have not been able to go ahead and hang it up. Um, One of the main reasons is because I didn't have my own space, my own defined space. I was always living in somebody else's house. I was living at my mom's house. I was living at my sister's house. I was living, in a shelter. I was living in, a room in Staten Island, um, far away, and I was never able to say, "This is mine. This is home." One of the things that was very good and that made me feel comfortable is when I first walked into this apartment. I felt like home. I felt like this is home. You know, Sumaya gave the story. My wife, she gave the wonderful testimony of how we came together during the middle of this pandemic and how we got to where we're at now. We're husband and wife, or we're married. This wasn't overnight. This was a process that has been going on for quite some time. Um, Sumaya and me can relate in the whole entire moving process, packing up yourself and moving on from place to place. She did time in the Navy, so she knows how it is to go ahead and not have your own space. And one of the things is that's one of the things that we can relate to. That was something that we could relate. We understood each other, and when we got really serious and started talking about marriage and moving in together, she clearly told me, listen, you know what? This is your home. She believes very clearly in homestead. And, I wanted to make sure that the next move that I make was a move where it's permanent. That's it. If we buy a house, you know what? Lord, thank you. I give God the glory. But at the current moment, I believe in, this is our home. This is our house. This is our home. This is our apartment. This is where we live. This is where we spend the majority of our time together. If not here, it's at work or individual jobs. But I've been wanting to hang up one of my paintings for quite some time, and I've never had the chance to do it. And I have a couple of paintings that I do like. One that has constantly um, been a moneymaker, if you want to say that, that's constantly sold, that has become somewhat popular through my Zazzle store as one of my first paintings that I did that I actually put up for sale, which was Footprints in the Sand. I don't have that one, but I do have one of my latest ones. Hold on one second. And that is this one. This painting to me means a lot. I worked very hard on it, a couple of hours on it. I actually put it up on YouTube. I'll make sure I include the link, so you guys can watch the video, the whole entire process. But personally, this video, this painting means a lot. One of the things that I did, and this was done during the pandemic. One of the things that I did was, every day I wasn't certain of where my life was going. I was serving God, and I was doing everything I can, and not being able to go to church, I just spent a lot of time meditating and praying. And I would go out for long walks on the beach, I would go ahead and do that to clear my mind, but keep myself entwined or connected to God. And one of the things that I did keep doing was I kept practicing my art skills, kept practicing that, kept developing it. And I took everything that I was going through, that I was experiencing in my whole entire life, everything that I experienced in my whole entire life, and I put it together on one piece. Um, and you know, I thank God, that He gave me the talent to go ahead and do it. I thank God that He gave me the talent to go ahead and be as creative as I can be. Now, not that I'm perfect or anything like that, but I'm thankful for it. This is the painting right here. Based on Matthew's 11, you guys can't see it all, but based on Matthew's 11:28, it says, "Come to me, all you who are labor and are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." All right. When I hang it up, I guess I'll show it to you guys. But this painting, this some Bible verse to me was something very, very important, because it constantly reminded me that we could be going through so much in our lives, but at the end of it, we have to remind ourselves that we can't hold on to whatever is weighing us down. We have to give it to Christ. There's another version of this that I love, and I'm gonna make sure I order it. Surrender all to Jesus. I've always had this. I've always envisioned, in the spiritual realm, what that means, and that means whether it doesn't matter where you're at, but in the spiritual realm, it means you down on your knees and you've had it with everything that's going on in your life, and you are giving everything to Christ. You're giving everything, giving it all. And that painting was done based on what I was going through when I was struggling with alcohol addiction. Alcohol addiction, was not easy for me. Any addiction, period, is not easy for anybody. Everybody goes through it very differently. To me, alcohol addiction was something that was very, very tough. I struggled a lot. There were times that I was able to go ahead and overcome it, and there were times that I was able to go ahead that I just fell. I just gave in, and it was a constant battle, and that was something that I was going through on my own. This is when I wasn't serving Christ, when I wasn't, going to church, and eventually, one way or another, the Lord kept calling me, and my mom kept praying for me. My family was praying for me. Everybody that I know that has been part of my inner circle was praying for me, and eventually God reached out to me, and His grace touched me, and I challenged God, if you want to put it that way. I went one day to church, and I told God, if you really love me, demonstrate your love to me. And I didn't verbally say it; no word came out my mouth. I was in tears, but my mind was praying and asking God that. And immediately, God used somebody to go ahead and demonstrate His love to me. And I will share that testimony on a whole nother topic. But I just wanted to go ahead and say, I can finally hang up one of my paintings. So I started this video with the door behind me. And there was a reason for that being. When I wanted to hang up this painting, I wanted to go ahead and leave a lasting impression. 1 second. I wanted that when you guys walk in, that's the very first thing you're greeted by. That's the first thing you see. Now I think the house is complete. Well, not really. There's still some things that we got to hang up, but it feels so good to be able to go ahead and hang up a painting of mine. Let's see what else we can go ahead and put up. But for now, that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Have a wonderful day. God bless you guys. If you guys did like this video, don't forget to go ahead and hit the thumbs up Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to go ahead and go to my website, www.artbyricchie.com, where you can order that painting for yourself and put it at the entrance of your door. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.